From Copa to now my backyard, now fully rebuilt and back on the road. And to be honest with you, I never even thought I would get to this stage, and yet here we are. I think it is time she gets a full makeover. Apart from changing the front grills, repainting the front wing mirrors, repainting the rims and lowering the car, we haven't really done much aesthetic changes. But in this video, she is about to go through some more, a lot more. Which got me thinking, I've had the car for about a year now and I've never actually done a burnout. Not on this car and not on any car. Yeah, not a good idea. First things first is to just give the car a bit of TLC. I started with the wheels as you should and then moved on to the body of the car. I then hit it with the snow foam first and then moved on to contact wash. Now that I think about it, it is the first time the car has been washed since it's been back on the road, so this is well overdue. This is also necessary for our coming modification. To start off one of our many modifications, I have decided to somewhat improve the look and feel of the steering wheel by purchasing a steering wheel cover. I could have done this while the wheel is still on the car, but I thought it would make my life a lot easier by taking it off. I actually got this full steering wheel cover kit from AliExpress for about 20 quid, so a very reasonable price, and the quality seems to be very much okay as well. I'm pretty happy with the quality. It arrived through the post within a week, so I was quite happy with the delivery as well. I started by removing the plastic trims off of the steering wheel, leaving the bare bones so that we can properly tuck the cover in later. I then lined the new cover up, ensuring it is straight and even all around. I then fixed that in place with the double-sided tape provided. This is actually the first time I have done a steering wheel cover, so if you see something that I could have done better, let me know in the comments. I started the stitch at the bottom of the steering wheel, creating a basting stitch pattern, and I just did that all around the wheel. The most difficult bit I found with this was ensuring consistent tension so that the stitch does not open up, but overall a pretty straightforward job. The steering wheel feels so much better now, it looks a lot better, feels a lot more girthier, and yeah, it looks good. As I said, it is pretty straightforward to do, pretty easy, nothing too complicated, it just takes a lot of time and patience. For the second modification is repaint the rims. You've seen me do this before, but this time we are going for a completely different colour. This time it shouldn't be as difficult as the wheels and as rusty as before. I gave the wheels a light sanding to remove the previous paint, then a good wash to rid of the dust, then masked up everything, the front and the back ready for paint. I made sure the wheels are properly masked up this time because previously I didn't do it too well and there was a lot of overspray on the tyre. I then slapped on a white primer. I did 2 coats of this primer to ensure that the wheel is properly coated. It's time for the white paint. Yes, you heard that right. We are going for white rims this time. I picked this colour to hopefully make the car stand out a little bit and it gives it a more JDM feel. I did 3 coats with the white paint, a little dance, and 3 coats of clear lacquer to seal it all in. So while we're waiting for the rims to dry, let's get wrapping. So here is our wrap. I chose this color because I wanted to introduce a little bit more color on the fleet. So this should stand out quite nicely. You ready? What? Yeah, boy. So I decided to go with Tiffany blue. What do you think of the color? Let me know in the comments below. I think this should look real nice. I've also purchased some tools to help me out with the wrapping. I've never actually wrapped a car before, so here goes. So because I've never wrapped a car, I don't know how a wrap feels, I don't know how a wrap goes on. So I think this should be a good starting point. I mean, I could have done the fuel cap, but that's too easy. I decided to start with what I thought was the easiest part of the car, as it is nice and flat and I have access to all of the corners of the panel. I gave that a nice clean and measured out my wrap. I was excited to start wrapping, and then reality hits me right in the face. I've attempted this a couple of times now, wasted a few meters of wrap, and at this point I was getting really frustrated as I just couldn't get the wrap to lay flat. I'm gonna start with a petrol cap. I guess I should have started with this anyway to get an idea of what wrapping was gonna be like. I think I got a little ahead of myself. This piece was manageable but was still challenging to do. I guess the cold temperatures didn't really help either. That's it. I am done. Oh my gosh. Why does Yanimai's brothers make it look so easy? It is honestly solid. This petrol cap took me, I don't know, but I know it shouldn't have taken that long as it should have, but I'm quite happy with the finish, I guess, for the first time. There is a couple of air bubbles here and there, but it might be because it's dirty. I might need to do it again, but I'm not sure. For the first time doing it, I guess it's not so bad. I don't know. You let me know. I also ended up having a go at the flat piece where the rear brake light sits, and I seem to have more success with that. I even managed to have a go at wrapping the rear brake light. I'm just going to interrupt the regular scheduled program for some amazing news, because me and the MX-5 had actually ended up being on TV. I don't know if you remember from the previous episode, we had Baz and Cash team come to video my progress on the MX-5, and come to a couple of weeks ago, they actually let me know that my episode is gonna be, well, when I say my episode, that my cameo is gonna be live on TV. So we actually went ahead to my parents to go and watch that. Everybody was very excited. I was excited as well to see myself on TV. My episode is in season 3, episode 4. I'll pop a little clip here right now.
Mark bought his crash-damaged Mazda at auction for £1,450.
This is my first time I have ever rebuilt a car. I'm literally just a garage guy who likes tinkering and playing around with cars. You forget all of the hours and hours of working on the car and just seeing the car back on the road. It's an amazing feeling, to be honest. Overall, it was difficult, but it's quite an enjoyable process, I would say.
And definitely worth it.
Unfortunately, it was only about a minute long, but that don't matter. We will take the W. I was happy with that. That is definitely one of my proudest moments, from not knowing anything about cars to rebuilding the MX-5 to actually ended up being on TV. Completely unexpected, but yeah. But for one good news, there is also one bad news. I have to be really honest. I'm having a little bit of difficulty wrapping the car. No matter how hard I've been trying to wrap the back, I just cannot get the hang of it. And it's getting to the point where it was starting to stress me out. And in life sometimes, I think it is fine to put your hand up and admit defeat. I understand that I could probably do with a bit more training, so I've made a decision of just not wrapping the car at all. Why stress myself out? I think the car looks good anyway. I'm going to leave this though, I think that's pretty sexy. And now for the finishing touches. Our newly painted white center caps goes in, followed by a brand new rear badge. A much more sportier looking stubby antenna. And for the final touch, forged carbon fibre gear knob. You guys know how much I love my forged carbon. This is sexy. This was actually given to me by my brother-in-law, so thank you. You hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. I honestly love this car so much. Anyway, I think that is about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. It will mean a lot for the channel. Drop a like, drop a comment. Thank you again for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Just prep the MX-5 because sadly today she is heading to her new owner.